How about this? You can be until you become, but you can't become until you be. Another way is you can do lots of things in alignment to who you are. You can be who you are. You can be what is. And you can be truthful until you become that perfect version of yourself, whatever that may be, in a fluid state at any given time. You can always just adapt. But basically, being is doing in the now. It's being, not thinking or planning. But becoming is, it can be seen as a process of being in order to find the outcome, to enable the outcome. But the outcome as a concept in our minds is never truth. The future will never become what we imagine it to be. Not exactly. We strive to get as close to that image as possible, especially if we are laying bricks that are going to lead down to that path, to that destination. But the whole thing of discovery and self-discovery is that you don't know anything about the future. The only thing you can try and know is now. Everything that is. The isness of everything is synonymous with truth. It's indisputable. You can't deny what is right now in the moment. And if you identify things that are within you, qualities that you carry, things that you just want to do but you suppress all the time, being in the mind, being in the ego, having these restrictions, if you get more in touch with the truth of who you are, the human being, and you facilitate that in your day-to-day life more and more and more, the more that you be is true, the more that your being is true, then you will do that until you, if you speak to your mind, the future concept of time, then you can presume to become that person. But don't get hung up on becoming an image in the future. Fall in love with the process of making space in order for you to be who you are at any given moment. Society and ego and lots of patterns have made us suppress and reject and not even acknowledge many concepts that we find uncomfortable or unsavory or irrational or whatever. We carry and suppress so much of ourselves, of what is, of what's true. So we need to start getting more into the process and developing more of a relationship with what is in the now. Truth of yourself. Connect with it. Speak it out loud. Make a vlog yourself. Document it in a voice note if you don't want to show your face yet. But this process of expressing truth of what is in you, then you are able to look at it, form a bond, understand it, learn to love it, and then you go, it's me. I've been neglecting myself. I've been neglecting these truths. I've been turning a blind eye and trying to rationalize my way out of excusing the uncomfortable truths, but truths nonetheless. So we can be very optimistic about our ideal life in front of us and have many aspirations and passions and goals and stuff. That's wonderful, but remind yourself that you can't live in that space of, I want to become. I want to become this. I want this to become in my life. I want this to be. Well, all of that is in the future space. All of that is pressured in the time of, time later, right? And then you're so enthralled with that it holds you back from just being in the now. And we know of this, and we repeat it over and over again in different ways. But these concepts are so true in me, and I'm reawakening, just like remembering. One thing is to acknowledge these concepts. It's another to actually resonate with them and be with them, and then have the choice whenever to just be and do what you want to be and do. Because it's not necessarily about controlling who you are to manifest yourself into something else. No. Although you can do that, you can fake it till you make it. But fake it is like on either side of the spectrum. Fake is false. It's still in the mind space, it's still in the ego space. And make is that of control. Make is that of manifesting through sheer will and determination. Again, not in line with what is. It's a fascination and enthrallment of wanting to manifest and wanting to become. Those are future concepts. Abandon them for a second. Ignore them because they are in the space of falsity when it comes to the relation of now. Anything within time, past or future, is in like conflict, is in contradiction with the underlying universal truth that it's just now. What is the truth right now? Keep remembering. And we have to make time for forming a relationship with what is within us. What is us? Listening to the voice that's been whispering or shouting, muted, who knows? Get in touch with yourself. Get in touch with these concepts. Start watching them in yourself. And then don't get too hung up on the mental concepts and the understanding. Start having faith and believe that they feel to be true, and don't think about how it works. Just start creating the space in order to ground yourself and be yourself. Make more space for that, and that will be most likely your salvation to who you want to become. Because who you actually become will be a culmination. It will be an extension of who you are if you allow yourself to be more and more and more of what is true. Then what you actually will become will be an extension of that. And so if you just be pure and beautiful and yourself unapologetically, you can always adapt, but allow that space to be you, know you, love you. And I think if we all do that, little by little, but very rapidly, it will create something closer to that idealistic, paradigm shifting universe of experience that I envision and I am trying to resonate with. So follow me. Follow yourself. Do it yourself. Come along. Let's do it together. Let's zone in.